Hello everybody, it's August 8th, 2022. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin price action since the weekend. First up, basically, I've been maintaining that we should see this 25 to 27.5 area as the next expectation. And, we saw a pretty nice move up today towards that level. We haven't quite gotten there yet, so I do think we still have some more upside. These four possible scenarios remain the four possible scenarios, so I'm not really going to talk about them right now. I'm just going to go over them on the chart. So in the yellow scenario, which is primary, we are on our way up in C of 5, and that should get us to somewhere, like I said, in this 25 to 27.5 area, this being A, B, and C of this fifth wave up. And that would then give us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'd have 5 waves up off the low, which would upgrade the probability at the bottom has already been struck to about 80%. I said back here when we got this impulse off the low, I thought the probability was about 70% bottom was in. We unfortunately have not seen the larger degree turn into an impulse, so I would have preferred that, would have made it a lot more of a guarantee basically the bottom is in, but a diagonal structure is certainly fine, and once we push up into this area we will have 5 waves, so that's great. And the expectation after that is to see a big pullback, which can absolutely take us down to 20k or even below if it wants to. It doesn't have to, and so this is where it gets a little tricky. Maybe we just see a light pullback and then we get a big move up, but usually when you see a diagonal like this, it really shows a lack of conviction from the bulls, and so many times the bears are able to take over after that fifth wave and do a really big push down, and the bulls then have to fight quite hard to not break a new low basically from that point. But in any case, I do expect, as long as we get into this red zone here, I do expect the next pullback to be quite a strong buying opportunity, and you can certainly put a stop below that low then. So that is the primary scenario still. We should be, like I said, on our way up in that. We do still potentially have the option of this orange count, which is basically just dragging out the yellow count. If we don't hit that box, we failed to make a new high so far. This could absolutely still be doing like A, B, and C sideways for wave 4. So basically if this comes down and kind of tests that again before hitting that red box, I'll expect that to hold probably, and then we'll get our push up into that area. Obviously preference would be that it just moves up there right away. We've already been waiting for a couple months now for this to resolve, so the less waiting that I have to do, the better. But it is a possibility there, right? And that would keep the yellow count alive even with a move down to like 21.5 or so. Alternatively, the more bullish count would be this blue one, where we've got our first wave here, second wave here. That is the same either way, but we might be A, B, and C of the third wave. It's possible this third, yellow 3, possible that's not actually done, and we should see a big strong move up for blue 3 there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that if we get sort of towards the upper end of this box to 27.5, and certainly if we go beyond that, above 27.5, then I'll probably adopt that as the more primary, and then I'll expect to see a pullback to this wave 4 and then one more push up for wave 5 up. That's a possibility still as well. The current price action is not really indicating that to me. This really looks like it should be an ABC up into this red box pretty clearly, and we'll likely just get to the top of that yellow trend line. So that is our blue count. That's the third scenario, well, second scenario the way I had it listed. Orange count was the third scenario. And then we do still have to worry potentially about the bearish count, which is that this is all corrective action, which it certainly is. This could all be part of a WXY, and we could be seeing a new low after this. That really doesn't go away until we see a, the push up here and then a pullback, hold support and not break the low. So, we do have to be aware of that basically. So it doesn't really change any of my plans, right? My plan at this point is once we push into this area, I close out my leverage longs, take all the profit. I do not want to be leveraged beyond that point. And I will be raising some cash in this area as well. I did a bunch of spot buying down, near the bottom here on Bitcoin and Ether and a bunch of the alts. And I'll be looking to raise cash on this next move up, because no matter what, in any one of these scenarios, after the next move, we're going to have a pullback. Even the most bullish one, we go up here, well, we're still going to have a pullback for that blue wave 4. So raising some cash in this area is a decent idea, in my opinion. The most likely scenario is, like I said, we got to pull back to around 20K or even below. Would not surprise me to see a move below 20K. I'm sure there's lots of stop losses there, psychological level. So we are likely going to see a stop hunt below that level once this tops out. And having cash on hand, selling some spot positions and having cash on hand to buy that pullback is going to be a successful strategy, right? And then it will also sort of insulate if this in the bearish path, if this takes over the bearish path and we actually make a new low, it'll be good to have sold some and taken some profit in that area too. And my stop loss is still below 15.7 on my Bitcoin buys. So anyway, make your own plan. It's got to be something you're happy with. That's my plan. You don't have to use my plan. But I am expecting a top of some sort in the relatively near future after we get one more push up here. All right, I think that sums it up. We'll see what the rest of the week brings. I'll talk to you all on Friday. In the meantime, hit the like button on the video for me, hit the subscribe, make sure you get the updates, and we'll see what we get the rest of the week. All right, y'all take care.